This podcast is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Welcome to The Wire Technology Edition, the week in real estate presented in digestible bites. Hold on while our AI hosts take us on another ride through this week's top real estate headlines.
Wire listeners, welcome back. Time for our weekly dive into the real estate tech that you actually need to know about.
Yeah, we cut through the clutter for you.
And we've got quite a mix today, hitting on some really key areas where tech is shifting things.
Absolutely. We're looking at insights from, WAV Group Consulting on AI's big role. Then there's this new platform, Homa, which is interesting.
The AI home buying one.
That's the one. Plus, news about Adam Newman's Flow, a piece from Eyes Media on cybersecurity with bots, and then just a bunch of other tech updates.
Okay, so our mission, as always, is to kind of weave these threads together, spot the trends, maybe the disruptions.
You can figure out what it all means for your business, practically speaking, how you can actually navigate it.
Right. So first things first, I guess, AI. It feels unavoidable.
Totally. And WAV Group, they're really hammering this point home. AI isn't some add-on anymore. It's becoming central.
They think pretty much every SaaS product is getting rebuilt with AI.
Yeah, rebuild with AI at the core. That's the key phrase they use. So tools can, reason, respond, write, even make strategic calls.
And this isn't like 5 years down the road talk.
No, they're saying it's happening now.
Yeah.
Think about AI spitting out super specific market reports, tailored instantly, saves hours, that level of integration.
Okay, and Homa is kind of the poster child for this, launching down in Florida.
Seems like it. They're positioning themselves as, an AI alternative to a buyer's agent.
Offering what exactly? CMAs.
Comparative market analysis, yeah. Suggesting data-driven offers, helping schedule tours, guiding through closing. The whole buyer side process, basically.
Sounds like they're aiming right at the traditional buyer agent role.
It does. And their whole pitch revolves around being commission-free for the buyer, giving them more control.
But then you've got Kevin Hawkins, also from WAV Group, the real AI guy.
Right. And his angle is, almost the opposite in a way.
How so?
He's focused on helping agents and brokers use AI, right now, to make their jobs easier, better, not replace them.
He's got that workshop coming up too, right? For people who aren't necessarily tech wizards.
Exactly. Focusing on practical stuff, how to implement AI without needing a computer science degree.
So, okay, two narratives. AI replaces buyer agents or AI empowers existing agents. That's quite a split.
It really is. And the implications are huge, aren't they? Homa suggests tech can handle a lot of the buyer representation. Maybe we see services getting unbundled.
Like an a la carte menu for buying a house?
Sort of. But then Hawkins' work points towards AI making agents more valuable, more efficient. Maybe both happen.
Could be. Some buyers go full tech. Others want that agent expertise, just maybe supercharged by AI.
That feels likely, which kind of leads us straight into the next big theme, doesn't it? This whole shifting landscape around buyer representation and commissions.
Definitely. Homa feels like a direct answer to all the questions swirling around buyer agent value, especially after those antitrust settlements.
Yeah, that commission-free angle is a powerful hook right now.
And the article mentioned Homa's co-founder talking about Zillow feedback. Buyers feeling they do a lot of the work themselves.
Exactly. That sentiment, that questioning of what am I paying for? It's out there. Homa's tapping right into it.
But it's interesting. They're very clear. They are not going after listing agents.
Yeah, they specifically say that, acknowledging the complexity, the liability on the selling side.
So it feels like a very targeted disruption aimed squarely at the buyer's journey, this potential unbundling idea again.
It does. But, the traditional industry isn't just sitting back.
Oh, what are they doing?
Well, look at the Broward, Palm Beaches, and St. Lucie realtors. They're giving members access to Raise.
Raise. What's that?
It's a platform that uses data to show, concretely, all the support and work an agent actually provides.
So fighting back with data, showing the value proposition.
Precisely. It's a counter-narrative saying, hey, here's the proof of what we do. It shows the industry knows it needs to clearly articulate its value right now.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's shift gears a bit. Theme 3, the tech itself, the funding, the evolution. Adam Newman's Flow raising over $100 million.
Yeah, at a $2.5 billion valuation. That's significant. especially given, the WeWork history.
Right. But it shows investors are still pouring serious money into proptech, specifically rentals and co-living in this case.
Absolutely. Despite past bumps, there's still big belief in tech changing how we live and transact in real estate.
And it's not just the massive funding rounds. We're seeing lots of practical integrations, too.
Like what?
Like Resides partnering with Earnest for smoother earnest money payments.
Okay, streamlining the financial side.
And Air using RestB.AI's computer vision tech to cut down appraisal times.
Oh, interesting. So AI is seeing property photos to speed up valuation?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Extracting data automatically. These might not be flashy headlines, but they're making the gears turn faster, more securely.
Totally. And you add in things like Epique Realty using Zillow Showcase for better listing visuals, or Rechat adding digital ad tools right into their platform.
It paints a picture of continuous refinement, right? Better tools, better experiences.
Exactly. It's broad, hitting payments, appraisals, marketing, visuals. Technology is just weaving itself deeper into the day-to-day workflow.
Okay, now for something that kind of jumped out at me, connecting back to Homa and AI.
What's that?
Despite positioning themselves as this AI alternative for buyers, Homa is apparently reaching out directly to listing agents.
Wait, really? To do what?
To explain why working with their unrepresented buyers is actually a good thing for the listing agent.
Huh. That is surprising. So not trying to fight them, but collaborate?
Seems like it. Their argument is that these buyers using the Homa platform are self-directed and can actually lead to a faster, maybe smoother closing.
Okay, that's a fascinating angle. It suggests a much more nuanced picture than just AI versus agents.
Right. It's not the all-out war some might expect. It's more like finding a way to fit this new model into the existing ecosystem, potentially making things more efficient for everyone involved, including the listing agent.
That's a really key insight. It implies that even these disruptive models recognize the need for cooperation. Maybe the goal isn't total replacement, but finding a new equilibrium.
So when we pull all this together, the pervasive AI, the shifting buyer rep models, the ongoing tech evolution, the surprising Homa outreach, what's the crucial takeaway for you listening right now?
I think it's got to be proactivity. You just can't ignore this stuff. Whether it's seriously looking at AI tools to boost your own services, like WAV Group suggests.
Or just understanding what models like Homa mean, even if they're not in your market yet.
Exactly. You need to stay informed, be adaptable. The real focus should be, how does this tech augment what I already do? How does it enhance my expertise, my value?
So don't just get swept up in the AI hype or the disruption fear.
Right. Actively look for the practical applications. Evaluate what actually gives you an edge, what helps you serve your clients better in this clearly transforming market.
Makes sense. Okay, Wire listeners, that's our deep dive for this week. AI's growing reach, buyer representation and flex, and tech just keeps marching on.
We really hope that brought some clarity, maybe sparked some ideas. What AI tools are you curious about? How do you see buyer agency changing where you are?
Those are definitely the questions to mull over.
Keep digging, keep learning.
And we'll be right back here next week with another look at the tech shaping real estate.
If you're interested in your own personalized edition of The Wire, please visit us at thewire.fm/custom. We offer market-specific podcasts with all the latest real estate news and market analysis delivered to you weekly or monthly. Own your market with a personalized edition of The Wire, the week in real estate. Thank you for listening.